The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up. And we are underway now from Santa Clara. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry here for Robinson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Howell.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Completes it to Samuel. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Curtis Samuel, 53 yards. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, You want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. Working from the gun. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And Lance now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Ayuk goes in motion. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 7, 49ers nothing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, 27 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up.
What's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well, the play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to it for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So as they take it over, we step aside. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
It's taken to the 26. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. In motion goes the tight end.
Lance looking to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. Now inside the 25. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly, the kickoff for the Commanders.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance going back to the air after the pick six. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if
if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin the drive with Robinson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On the toss, here's Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Samuel going to go in motion right. On second down, another shot for Robinson. Past the 20. Down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Commanders 21, 49ers 7. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
On the ball. Ready.
Lance now on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. In motion right, Debo. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Operating from the gun.
Lance, he's got Ayuk once again.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Now Lance again.
That's Samuel caught left side. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 41.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Lance. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray from 17 yards out. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Lance going to try to throw for this. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to Robinson now on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they'll accept that penalty.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Howell down to throw it.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for. Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will have a Commander's 1st down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
They'll run with Robinson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll...
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shapes, gotta go, we don't move, it's scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less, flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way, richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Maybach, lay back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the Lakers at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it's time. Better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of the football team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call. Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lance on the bootleg.
They'll roll him out right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
So as they take it over, we step aside.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It got his man complete. misses. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 89 yards. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
In motion left goes a tight end. Now they go play action with Howell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. In motion comes the tight end left. A give left side to Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Pass thrown to the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And McLaurin, the motion man right. They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
It's 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Robinson with another carry.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. He completes this to Cole Turner.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders will take the lead here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first.
Here we go.
On first down, Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try now for Moody.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
And Lance now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. Connects with Kittle underneath. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance able to find Gray here. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Lance. And incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in. Because to me, it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Third and long, here's Howell. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and
it falls incomplete. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Able to connect with Dotson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Going right back to Dotson.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got it.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now Howell.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
First down, Howell to throw.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. There he goes left side.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, 71 yards. And the Niners use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Lance on the option left.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
76 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Robinson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defensive shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it, I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore, my city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G, James is up next. The rest is up to me, these lames is upset. My peers get up.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Commanders take over first down and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Fourth down, Howell. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Throwing here, Howell. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. Comeback route, and he finds Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the counter, this is Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 25.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Robinson with another carry.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Complete, it's Dotson. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Second and 8 coming up. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Ready up. Green Jack. Hustle, hustle.
Lance now on first down. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco. Here's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And Howe will throw it. Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On the give, here's Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. 2nd down. Howell now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
And McClure in the motion man right.
They run. Robinson. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go, son.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Let's go. Hey, check mega. All right. Ready?
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. To throw, it's Lance. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
10 cycles. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a play fake. Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 45 yards. And the Niners are back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1. Now they go play action with Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Back to throw. Howell winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 84 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Lance now on first down. This one caught by Kittle. Down the sideline he goes. How about this? George Kittle, touchdown. George Kittle, 85 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Howell and the Commanders come up now first and 10.
At their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Howell now to throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 36 yards on the play.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's Robinson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A give left side to Robinson. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. Slide for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The score, Commanders 24, 49ers 14. Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them, 15 big yards.
Here we go.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Red, cycle. Blue, go. Ready.
And Lance now to throw.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Lance looking to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
11 yards for number 11.
Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Ready.
Lance looks to throw again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here now, 3rd down.
Let's go. Go set. Set.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy lift come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30.
Curtis Samuel,
touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 87 yards.
and the Commanders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's 1st and 10.
Black Ultra.
Get a touchdown, baby! Get a touchdown!
Let's go offense!
First down, fellas!
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go get sick!
That's right. Teamwork.
Guessing offense!
Fly through. Okay, red. Steel, black.
Some points on the scoreboard.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
Blaster, stick.
On 1st down, Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Ready.
Now Lance again. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
1st down, Hal to throw.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.